Recovered Journal of Expedition Group 89, filed under Briarwolf observation failure. Day 1. We arrived at the marked coordinates shortly after sunrise. The forest canopy here is unusually high, allowing pale light to reach the ground in thin, straight columns. It gives the impression of an organized place, almost intentional. Vegetation density exceeds regional norms. Vines thicker than expected for this latitude. Trees, spaced with near uniform gaps, wide enough to walk between without brushing bark. It feels curated. We located what matches previous reports of Briarwolf 10. I hesitate to call it that. There's no entrance, no hollow. Instead, a depression in the earth surrounded by overlapping roots, curved inward like ribs protecting a chest cavity. The air carries a faint sweet scent, pleasant, but something about it turned our stomachs. Dr. Folsom even vomited. Birdsong dropped sharply once camp was established. Not gone, just distant and wary of something watching. Day 2. We awoke to silence. No down chorus of birds, only sound of our own movement, clattering of morning pots and other tents. We then conducted a slow perimeter sweep. No tracks, no scat, no signs of animal passage. Even insects seem reluctant to cross certain patches of ground. We marked several areas where the brush refused to move, despite a steady wind elsewhere. Yet the smell lingered, drifting over the foliage like a fog. Talon says the forest feels still and dormant. I reminded him that unfamiliar ecosystems often feel unnatural until properly studied. Still, I noted the words here. During the midday rest, I caught myself listening to something I could not name. When I realized this, the sensation passed, only a brief coldness in my body going rigid for a moment. Day 3. A measurement of the vine growth was taken at several fixed points this morning. Each showed a significant increase between 2 and 4 inches since yesterday. Growth rings suggest weeks of development, not hours. The new growth was fragile, as if the structure of the plant was not able to maintain the growth spurt. The tips were brittle. Some snapped in our hands as a thin red liquid bled from it. The smell returned immediately. Paths that we cleared on arrival have narrowed. Vines creep across the ground with no visible break or disturbance, as if they were always there and we simply misremembered. Discovered small black flowers tangled in the straps of my pack, removed them and discarded them downslope. They were back by noon. Talon complained of a headache and said the air felt soft. He laughed after saying it, but did not meet my eyes. Day 4. The compass needle wavers constantly, unable to establish a consistent heading. We attempted to retrace our entry route and failed. The trees no longer match our marks. The forest appears denser in places that were open yesterday. The sweet smell turned to rot, as if fruit was left in a bowl to spoil. This afternoon, Talon wandered out of sight while collecting samples. He returned several minutes later from the opposite direction, confused and pale. Said he heard bells ringing deep in the woods, slow and distant. Our observation of his final moments were as precise as they could be for the sake of him. His mind was regressing back into an infant-like state, as functional control of his muscles faltered as he began to twitch. It did not seem painful, but it was slow. We suspect he died a few hours ago. but the venom won't allow his body to rest. Nightshade wolves take their time. It was watching us, yet we could not pick it out from the encroaching vegetation. Day 5. We found the Briarwolf at dawn. At least, we understood what it was at dawn. We had been standing among it for several minutes, taking notes on unusual root formations, before one of the vines shifted. Not much, just enough to reveal muscle beneath vine texture for. The realization moved through us slowly, like cold water. The den is not separate from the creature. The roots are its limbs. The depression is its curled body. The flowers open and close with its breathing. It did not react to us. None of us ran. I believe now that running was never an option. Maybe this was enough to satisfy it and go dormant once again. Talon was quieter now. We kept him comfortable in his stand to observe the full toll the venom took. Some of the others wanted to end his suffering, but they were outvoted. Day 6. We should have left yesterday. No one said it out loud, but I think we all felt it. Leaving now would require passing the Briarwolf, and it had positioned itself directly along the only road that felt permitted. The forest is closer tonight. Not grown, but more arranged. Brush presses against the tents. Vines brush fabric, then withdraw, then return. Talon is gone now. His bedroll untouched. No blood. His journal lies open at the edge of the clearing. Vines threaded through the pages as if reading along. The smell is stronger now. Even inside the tent, as if Talon was decaying next to me. Day 7. Sleep's impossible. When I close my eyes, I feel watched from below, from the soil itself. The Briarwolf has shifted position, ever so slightly, enough to block another potential path. It does not follow us. It waits where we will have to go. I believe it has already decided which of us may leave. The forest feels malevolent, as if an arrangement has been reached without our input. If this journal is found, understand this. We did not discover the Briarwolves. We entered it. Final entry. Updated. The clearing is gone. There is only a thick brush now. Healthy, thick, blooming. Hauntingly beautiful, as if nature was performing funerary rites for a lost friend. My hands smell of flowers, even after scraping them raw against bark. The scent is everywhere. Inside my breath, and inside my mind. The Briarwolf does not move, because it does not need to. I understand that now. It just waits for us to get close. I can hear my breathing too clearly. That means I am not hidden. It is more aware of me than I am of my own existence. And the flowers are opening. Archivist closing note. No biological remains of Expedition Group Theta 9 were recovered. The site now shows no signs of disturbance, excavation, or camp structures. Soil quality has improved markedly. Local fauna avoid the area. The forest is considered stable.